Hi guys, welcome to my mod review of the mod Balance Exchange by Broad16840. Balance Exchange works like equivalent exchange, wherein you can transmute one item to another, but it has slightly different mechanics as well. So without delay, let's get started. The main item of this mod is the Amulet of Transmutation. The Amulet of Transmutation works like Minium Stone, as in you can use it to transmute one block to another. If you press the open item button that is added with this mod, mine is backslash, you can configure it to anything you want. You open up this window. These three slots up here are where the upgrades go. I'll get to the upgrades in a tiny bit. This is all the items or blocks that you can transmute to. As you can see here, it's currently in sand. If I go to dirt and right click, you can see that the sand is transmutated into dirt. If I go back to sand, it transmutes it back. The amulet is made like so in a crafting table. And when you first get the amulet, you're only able to transmute from any block to dirt, and you start off with only 32 matter. To be able to transmute into an item, you need to feed the blocks to here. If you hit the consume, you can see that now I can select and convert any block to cobblestone. To be able to convert into that block, you will need to feed it, that is the amulet, 20 of the kind of block. As you can see, if I put one of the wood there, hit the consume, it's now at 10%, 15, 20, and so on. Also, every item, or rather most items, have a value assigned to it, which you can see is listed as MPB. The wood is worth 32 MPB. Every time I consume a block with the amulet, I gain a certain amount of matter. As you can see, the birch wood is worth 32 MPB. I hit consume and it goes up by 32. The matter is useful because you can do a couple of things. One, after you feed it enough matter, you can get items out of it. For example, if I click the diamond now, I get a diamond, and so on. I can feed the items that I got back into the amulet, and I will get back the exact amount of matter that I spent to pull it out. Like so. You can also use the amulet to turn a few items into each other. If I open up a crafting window, I can turn wood into iron, specifically 8 wood. Like so. I can turn the iron into 10 blocks of reactivity, which I'll get to in a second. I can turn a diamond to 4 gold into a diamond. The crafting recipe is shapeless. I can also turn iron into gold back into iron, and so on. Initially, you start off with 2 modes. As you can see from my bottom left hand corner, there's the block mode, which is transmute one block to another, and then if you hold shift, you go into air mode. In the air mode, you can select and then place the block in front of you. If you see now, it doesn't let me place a block there. That's because you can't place a block where a player or a mob entity is residing. As you can see, I can't place blocks there, but if I jump up, now I can. And if I let shift go, it goes back to block mode. I can transmute, hold down shift, air mode, and then I can put it back. Next, I'll go through all the item upgrades that you can apply to the amulet. First, we have the block of stability, which is made like so. You can put in the block of stability inside of the amulet, and then you can transmute an item into another item, and instead of the item being consumed by the amulet, you get it back. As you can see, the blocks are popping up. You can see the sand blocks popping up. If the upgrade wasn't there, the sand would be consumed by the amulet. Alternatively, if you place a block of stability down like so, and use the amulet transmutation and attempt to transmute the block of stability into your selected item, you get the item as a drop, and the block of stability won't be consumed. Next we have the block of reactivity. The block of reactivity is made like so. As you can see, 1 iron gives 10 blocks of reactivity. You can use the block of reactivity in 2 ways, just like the block of stability. You can use it as an upgrade, and if you do, the recharge rate of the amulet will increase by a tiny bit. As you can see here, the recharge rate is 1. If I throw up a block of reactivity, the recharge rate will go to 1.5. If I throw up another block of reactivity, it goes to 2. If I throw in a third one, 2.3, and so on. Alternatively, I can also use the block of reactivity to destroy blocks. If I open the pop menu and select the block of reactivity, I can transmute blocks to the block of reactivity. If I attempt to transmute it again, it destroys all the blocks. As you can see, if I transmute one block and right click again, it destroys that one block. If I transmute a line of blocks, it destroys all of the blocks. That's really handy in case you ever want to destroy a line of objects easily. Next we have the reactivity core, which is made like so. You'll notice that a lot of the upgrades use the block of reactivity as one of its crafting items. The reactivity core works like so. If I throw in one of them in the slots, you can see that the amount of matter needed to transmute a block into a specific block goes down. Without the amulet, to convert it into a block of reactivity costs 12 mass. With it, it only takes 8. Similarly for dirt and sand, it goes from 2 to 1. The amulet of a transmutation should really be one of the first upgrades that you get, because obviously it cuts down on the amount of matter you need to transmute into that specific item. Next we have the productivity upgrade. With the productivity upgrade, which is made like so, you can do something really handy. Instead of having to place the block in the world and then mining it up, if you put in the productivity upgrade, you can get the item directly out of here, like so. All I did was right click and I can get the item out. And if the productivity upgrade wasn't there, I wouldn't be able to, and I'd have to place the block into the world and then mine it up. And if the amulet wasn't there, I can just right click and get the item, which makes it very handy. Next we have the area surveyor, which is made like so. With the area surveyor, you can change into the survey mode. If you look to my bottom left hand corner, you can see that I'm currently in block mode, and there you go, survey mode. In survey mode, I am able to click to any block in front of me and find out how much MPB or matter per block there is. For example, if I click here, I see that the average is 1 MPB because all around it's just cobble, dirt and sand. If I place some diamond blocks down, you can see that the average MPB went up to around 2800. Destroy this. You can see now it's just over 2000 or 761 depending on where I click. To select survey mode, you'll have to hit the change transmutation mode button, which is also configurable. For me is N, so every time I hit N I can go from block mode, where I can just transmute from one block to another, to survey mode, where I can do what I previously showed, which was to survey the MPB of the blocks in front of me. There is also a button called the Quick Switch Amulet's Active Blocks, which again is configurable. And if you press the button, if you see in my left hand corner, you can see that I can change the dimensions of the survey mode. Right now it's 1 into 1 into 32, 3 into 3 into 32, 1 into 1 into 8, and so on. And the survey mode, or rather the amount of area that I survey in front of me, differs according to how much area I select. Next we have the area upgrade, which is made like so. If I place the area upgrade inside of my amulet, I unlock 2 new modes, specifically the area mode, as you can see right now, and the fill mode. The area mode and the fill mode are nearly the same, except the area mode can only transmute blocks that are already placed down. As you can see, multiple layers got transmuted. But with the fill mode, I can also select aerospace like so. As you can see, even the blocks, even the air blocks got transmuted, just like that. So the fill mode can also transmute air blocks into the given blocks, but the area mode can only transmute blocks that already are placed in the world. Next we have the chain upgrade, which is made like so. With the chain upgrade, we can directly transmute up to 3 by 3 of 3, which would be 27 blocks of the same kind in one click, rather than transmuting them one at a time. For example, if I select chain mode now, I can easily transmute all of these blocks, they're all cobble as you can see, to dirt with one click, like so. As you can see here, the recharge time is just around 30 seconds. That is because the diamond blocks have a lot of MPB, which is matter per block, and therefore take a longer time to recharge. Of course, we can shorten the time by using one of these blocks of reactivity, as I showed before, like so. And now the recharge rate is 1.5. If I were to chain transmute again a block of diamond blocks, it would go much faster. Finally, if you also have the chain upgrade and the area upgrade, you also unlock 2 new modes, specifically the confined chain mode and the conversion mode. The confined chain mode works like so. Unlike a normal chain mode, which would transmute this whole line of blocks. For example, if I select cobblestone, like so, all blocks connected got transmuted in the chain mode. But if I were to pick the confined chain mode, the same would apply, but only to blocks in the area. For example, in the confined chain mode, only these 3 blocks got transmuted, and so on. Obviously, the confined chain mode takes a lot less matter than the chain mode. The last mode, the conversion mode, works similarly to the area mode, but like the confined chain mode, it's like confined area mode. For example, if I transmute like so, we can see that we lost 79 matter and we transmuted 26. But if I selected the conversion mode, we can transmute the same amount of blocks, but for 2/3 of area mode. As you see, we lost 51 matter there, and in area mode 79. So yeah, the last 2 modes are significantly cheaper than their longer counterparts. And that's it for all the different items and upgrades for balanced exchange. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and thanks for watching.